Hey guys, Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House, back at the tiny house after a long 2 months of bitter cold winter. I need to unload my pockets a little bit. I got my wallet and keys. So just to tell you what happened, I was away from the tiny house for 2 months, and it survived through the winter, and it was bitterly cold. I haven't done all my rounds yet, just to see how the tiny house made out, but things looks pretty good as far as I can tell. I got the heat on, so I turned it on as soon as I got in and got my slippers on. That way when the fans warmed up, you guys won't hear that screeching, though I'm going to be fixing that coming up shortly. I think it's only the one fan making the noise, but I'll be double checking that in future videos. Tiny house is a complete mess disaster. One thing that's kind of crazy is my outdoor temperature weather sensor survived the entire winter outside on those batteries. It's still on. It says that they're only down to half of a charge, and they were outside during the entire time. So weirdly enough, though, the internal probe, which is quite a bit bigger and has a larger display and takes way more batteries, did not survive. I pulled the 3 batteries out of this because it was dead. But right now, it says we have 80% humidity inside the tiny house, which is very high. 45 degrees Fahrenheit inside. It says it's 51% or 51.7 Fahrenheit outside, which is not too bad. 85% humidity outside. Now, this has me a little concerned. Oh, and for my European viewers, in Celsius, we are at 5 degrees Celsius inside the tiny house. Now, I don't know, I'm not 100% on this, but the humidity numbers seem to be staying around one another. Now, whether that's accurate or not, I don't know, but the concerning part is, for me, here, I'll get you a good shot of the fire and myself. There it is. I'm concerned that water is getting in somewhere, and that's why the humidity levels are around the same as the outside. I don't know if that's, if that's true or not, but I don't see moisture getting in here. But then again, after I run my fireplace for about an hour, I watch the humidity plummet in here, so I think maybe I'm just a little paranoid on that. Not quite sure. I'll give you guys a walk around. I brought a bag full of more stuff right there, which I'll go over, but the tiny house is quite the disaster area. I have my lights on and my ceiling fan above the fireplace on as well, and this little fan on. And yeah, so it's getting nice and toasty in the tiny house. We're going to warm it right up, and I'm going to bring you guys around and we'll do a walkthrough, show you the disaster area. Oh, my mom found 2 of these I guess plastic shoe mats in the parking lot of a store, so she scooped them. Somebody must have left them or something, so that's pretty awesome. So I'm gonna put that in use at the tiny house. She has the other one. New shoes, by the way, guys. New work shoes. I got 2 pairs of those and some work pants, so most of my Christmas money is gone, unfortunately. The battery is sitting at 12.9 volts with everything on except for the fan above my head right now, which is above the bed. Now, it's awfully dark back here, so when I get things cleaned up, guys, I definitely want to install lighting about back here somewhere, for sure. But yeah, lots of work to get to. Now, here's an interesting thing. I have a Canadian Tire gift card, and the Canadian Tire store is where I bought this shelving right here. And I'm talking to you in the dark. But that's the way it is. So, when I bought this shelving, it was around $30. But after Boxing Day, or during Boxing Day, the same shelving is up to about $50. So that's the entire value of my gift card. And I'm debating whether to spend it on the shelving or get a nice work table in here. So I'm going back and forth on that for now. The table, I think I'm leaning more towards the table at this point because of the price of these guys. For whatever reason, they've gone out of sight. That way, with the table, I can start doing projects and making more videos for you guys back in here. This will be kind of my workshop area type of thing, because I do have the tool chest here now, and there's gonna be all kinds of stuff going on. But the shelving right now, guys, I don't know. I'm pretty sure the batteries are still way off in Dream World for me because they're expensive. And so if at least I get a work table in here, I can do projects, get some more stuff done on the tiny house, and worry about the batteries later, I'm guessing. That's what I'm going to have to deal with, I think. So that's where I'm going to spend my money. Since I didn't turn the light on the camera, I will... Actually, I'm going to do that now. Give me 1 second. Hopefully I can do it while recording. No, I can't. Okay, forget that then. What I'll do, I will grab Charles's flashlight, and hopefully it survived the winter. Yep. And I'm just looking for any moisture. I do not see any. I do not feel anything on my feet. And with all the stuff we've had, I think I would have seen a whole ton. However, what's this spot here? That looks wet. But I think that was from before. I will grab a ladder and go up there and double check. But the wood has fooled me before. It looked wet before and I touched it and it was bone dry. Plus I would have had drips all over the floor. Okay, so next we got to go back. Sorry, I'm in zoom mode. We'll go back to where the off-grid in the bathroom is, or utility room, I guess. Now, if you guys have been watching me for any length of time, whoops, don't need that. You know this area where the aqua cube is was getting wet from a spot on the ceiling above here. Obviously, we're bone dry here. Absolutely nothing going on, which is awesome. Shut Charles's light off, turn the bathroom light on. So, everything is in float mode, other than this guy, which has all the loads running on it. I will check the aqua cube because I left him plugged in over the winter because I want to keep the internal battery topped off, and that's okay. So, I don't know. I think we're all in the clear here, guys. Anything going on in the shower? Nothing? Okay, cool. So, oh, and my, where the solar wires came in, that hole is still stuffed and nothing seemed to have gotten in there, which is good. Composting toilet. Give it a stir. Not that it needs it, but there you go. So everything seems to be good. Shut this off. Oh, I turned the inverter on for the Dyson, but it doesn't need it. It's actually out right now. As you can tell, that's the transformer there for it. So I can shut the inverter off in case I forget. There we go. That solves that. Get a little more power back too, because that's just idling. Oh, nice and warm now. Oh, I can tell, just going from that room into here, I can I can feel the nice warmth. That's nice. How's this? Oh, I guess that ceramic's working out okay. Is it hot? Oh yeah, that ceramic is hot already. Jeez, that worked out. Looks ugly, but sin. I'm gonna have to get a way to score that and make it cut it a little shorter. Now, other things. Unfortunately, guys, I don't know if I damaged these lights myself, but I bought some more USB lights off of Wish, and for whatever reason, I can't get these things to work. Da-da-da. Turn them this way. I think I've been sold duds. Oh wait. That one turned on. Suddenly. What? I don't understand, guys. What do you guys think? Oh, there we go. That is bright as hell. That one works. Okay, the other one, I wonder if I can get it to work, because I'm having trouble. Run these for a while. That'll heat up the resin. Oh. It's almost like a bad connection when they made these. Okay, so they're both on now. I'm being blinded. Holy crap, those are bright. So I'm going to run these on Charles's power pack for a while and just set him like so. Those are really bright. So maybe I need to run them for a while. I don't know why I was having issues earlier trying to run those. Thankfully they work, which is great, because those are even better than my baby ones. And yeah, so that's cool. And these are universal, so I can actually put them into this guy, and we can have some lighting going on off a 12 volt, which is great. So they're both, I'm actually getting blinded by those things. That's how bright those are. There's 6 LEDs compared to the 2 I have. And this color is just regular white, whereas these guys are a nice warm light. I prefer these guys for winter time. The warm yellowish color, it's kind of it makes you subconsciously say, oh, it's nice and warm. These things give you a nice warm light, whereas the white is just like a, you know, a white out. Now, I'll show you guys outside for a second. It is completely overcast. Nasty. And yes, I still have to repair this. Didn't even bother doing that over the winter. Completely overcast, guys. And with the inverter now off, I'm doing well. That's with loads on, and that's my lighting and my ceiling fan on, and overcast. So I'm always shocked at how awesome the solar is. I know there's a lot of people online that struggle with solar. You know what? I didn't go to school or anything for solar. I kind of DIY'd, learned myself, and had a lot of help from the YouTube community, especially Stu, High Tech Guy 18. So if you guys have questions, go ask the brain. And a lot of other people that comment who also are doing kind of what I'm doing, they have their own off-grid system, and they will give me tips and advice because I'm brand new. But my little system is working great, guys, for what I have. So eventually, when I become a rich guy, maybe I'll be able to afford the rest of my off-grid solar system, and then I can have a fridge in here. I can have what else was I gonna have? TV. I can run my Panda washer spin dryer. What else? Yeah, a bunch of stuff, but nothing too crazy. Like, my loads aren't going to be too insane, which is kind of the whole point of doing the off-grid thing. If you just want to say, well, I want to run my whole house, everything I have now, I hope you won the lottery recently, because you're going to need a lot of money to do that. The trick of solar, guys, is getting what you want to do. Go around your house with a meter, a kilowatt meter. They sell them. They're fairly cheap. Go plug it into all your appliances. Write down how many watts and amps they draw. Okay? Then add all that up, and you'll know what exactly you'll need. So my whole goal here for teaching this, I'm showing you what I'm doing, is I want to get the idea across that you can downsize your appliances, make them like get down their size. Like, you don't need a 50-inch TV off the grid. I'm sorry, it's just craziness. But get a TV like a 24-inch, something you're comfortable with, 12 volt if possible. That's what I want to get. I want to move from my 120 volt to 12 volt so I don't have an inverter on all the time. And that will save me huge. Like, you can do this stuff, and you know you're going to be running a TV a lot if you're into that. So you want to start there. What items are going to be on most of the day, or a good chunk of the day? Find those items, get the most efficient ones you can, go from there. Like, for example, heating. If you guys have been following me for any length of time, or if you're new, please go back, check out my playlist, the Off-Grid Tiny House playlist. It has every single video I have in there to do with the tiny house. I ripped the 120 volt fan out of this fireplace and replaced it with, okay, this one's closer, these USB powered 5 volt fans. This is not the actual size of the fans that are inside there. I can actually go grab the actual size right now. I have a spare back here. These fans are awesome, and I got these off of wish.com. Whoops, they're not paying me, but this is the actual size of the fan. Do I have a tape measure near me? I believe they're 4-inch diameter. I don't have a tape measure offhand here, but these are 5 volts, USB powered. Okay, I put 3 of these in to that fireplace. One has to be pulled out because it's noisy at the beginning, but right now as you can hear, it's okay sounding. They still work. It's just that one, for some reason, has a bad bearing or something. Okay? So these guys, I got them off of Wish for about, I don't know, $7. No, I think I paid $4 for these. And I haven't seen them on there very often nowadays. But you can look for them, eBay and stuff. Now, why did I go from 120 volts down to 5 volts? Well, in the wintertime, guys, when you're going to be using your heat, you're going to be running this thing all the time. And you're not going to have the best of days. You're going to have snowstorms and stuff like we did this winter. If the solar fails, like say I can't use my solar system during the winter, at nighttime especially, and I have to shut it down, that does not mean I lose heat. Because these things are USB powered, I have power packs. These are just battery packs that you can plug USB devices into, and they will run. They will run my fans pretty much all night and get me. And once daylight hits, guys, guess what? I can then put these back on charge via the solar power. These will be charged by the sun for later that night. Then I can run the heat during the day off of the solar power. Obviously, if you get a lot of snow, you got to go up on the roof with a ladder and brush off the panels. Fortunately, how solar works is the cells they're dark in color, so they attract the sunlight even in the winter and begin to melt whatever's up there. So if you get the majority of the snow off, be careful what you use to do that. You do not want to damage the glass or your solar panels, especially in the middle of the winter, right? That's your power source. And hopefully you have a backup beyond what I'm talking about. So these are all the little things that are important, guys. What do you need to survive is what I'm talking about comfortably. You got to have heat. I also want to get a wood stove eventually in the tiny house. And I'm going to be talking about how I can turn my wood stove into an electric generator to charge up my solar batteries at nighttime, and things will be awesome. So that's going to be future videos. But like I say, guys, I'm super appreciated of that's not a word, but I want to thank everybody who's following me. We're up to past 2,000 subscribers now. And I have a lot of Patreon members that are donating. And big thanks to those guys, because YouTube gets the majority of the money because that's the way it is. That's how they make money. So I do what I can. And things are working out okay. Now, I will be back in 1 second. Just a minute.